What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. Eagles 1-0. Jalen Carter, Trea Turner. We're talking it all. Let's go.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on HUD Radio every Sunday. We're brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal. Specialized physical therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, that's Greg Mwakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo will be with us here shortly. And Uncle Wells, we don't know if we'll be home tonight. But we're here, and not a shock. You know, we thought the big fella that we were really going to get consistency when football season came around, and we were lying to ourselves, right? We were lying to ourselves, and you know, that's what teams do. That's what teams do this time of year, right? They lie to themselves. Fan base lie to themselves. But we got a lot to talk about. Crumb of the week at the end of the show. Trea Turner. He was injured in today's loss. Hammy. Not ideal for a guy leading the NL in hitting and a guy we really need. So curious to hear what Rob said. We'll tell you what Rob said and sort of what we've heard. And we'll get into that later on in the show. Eagles look ahead to the Chiefs in week 2 next Sunday, 1 o'clock in Arrowhead. We'll break that game down for you.
I think it's 4.
I thought I saw it was 1.
I could be wrong. I checked the.
No, 4:25. Every other game's 1 o'clock for the next 3 weeks.
Except for that one.
Yeah, 4:25. That's all me. 4:25. Everybody, Arrowhead. So you want to check? I mean, I'm sure you'd be watching football. You know, you don't need me to tell you times. But 4:25 Arrowhead. Okay, Eastern time next Sunday. So we'll give you a little look ahead there, give you our little early predictions, even though you'll see us Wednesday as well. We'll talk about the Eagles win and some of the key takeaways that we can take out of this game and negatives that tie into our poll question. And here it is. Jalen Carter's ejection was the worst part of the Eagles' win. And the team was lucky to overcome his selfish mistake. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, baby, join the conversation with us. Let's talk about it because I want to hear thoughts on this. First, let's just get in that we haven't talked about it. I mean, I made a couple posts, and I had to actually take them down because what I've learned on Facebook is people are just morons. All right, I mean, really all social media. There's too many morons, so I'm just not going to do it and deal with being triggered by comments, so I'll just remove it. That's that's where I feel like you really get to adulthood. Right, and you really figure it out. You know,
well, even better. 40. I don't know if you tried this. The post, but don't actually post it. You know what I mean? Like type it all out, get your frustration out there, and then delete. Right? You get the full cleanse.
I like to eat though. I enjoy the meal until it gets to a point of no return.
Till it gets there.
Right? Yeah.
I do that a lot with work emails. There's multiple drafts to a work email.
I hear you on that one. Yep. That one, I want to send that one. That one might come off the wrong way.
Yeah.
Couple things. So when this first happened, I'm really, Greg, I'm dead serious. Without seeing any tape beforehand, I would consider moving him. And you're like, you're out of your mind. You would consider moving a 23-year-old? Yes. Because if you're going to do damage to your team and hurt your team, then you need to become one of the leaders of this football team. That's the opposite. And I'm an energy guy. I'm an effort guy. They're all the things I preach to athletes because they're the controllables. So I love that. But you got to control it. You got to control it. You got to be mature about it. Okay? And when we watched, wasn't mature. Now, so I'm saying that I would deal them for you come give me 4 firsts, right? Like, you know, that's what I'm talking about. 4 firsts. 4 firsts, a third, a fourth, a player. Like, you got to give me a haul to get them, but I would consider it. And people start attacking, right? And then some people are on the side. And it's like the word consider is put in there. Right. Not like I'm doing it right now. I need to sleep on it, but I would consider it. I never would consider it before 8:25 Thursday night. It wasn't in consideration. Then you see the other video, right? Mm-hmm. And you see Dak spit. Now, it wasn't necessarily directed at him, which we don't think it is, but maybe it was, right? He felt like it was. And then it turns in, it turns into it turns into something. But it was the worst part because we lost our best defensive player. And when a team that's going to pride themselves in getting after the quarterback and creating pressure had 0 sacks, which was my biggest concern coming into this year, was pressure. Was who are we going to get it from, Greg? Mm-hmm. And we didn't see a lot of it on Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, and you hope it's ebb and flow, but that's a guy that's important to that. So knowing Jalen Carter's impact, taking up double teams, the things that he leaves guys open with, all right, and then him not on the field, that is the worst part of the game. Because the defensive front didn't look the same.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And rightfully so. When you take arguably the best defensive tackle in football out of the game, or defensive lineman maybe, right? You take him off the field. Now, I won't do that because Myles Garrett's still playing. DJ Watt's still playing. But the best defensive tackle.
Joe Burrow today. Oh, my God.
Right? The best. Joe Burrow, as we say to Cat, Joe Burrow's done for. But you get where I'm going with it. You make
yes, 100%.
Best player at his position. That's all we got to say. You think the best player at his position off the field, you dictate a lot of problems for other guys now that won't get the one-on-ones and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's a huge mistake. I completely agree with it. And he's got to mature from this and grow from it. But we need the energy as a player. And that's the big thing here on how he needs to learn how to channel it and use it the right way. And we are lucky to make up for his selfish mistake. For the reason I just said, when you don't put pressure on quarterbacks in this league, it becomes training camp. You understand? So you want to go out shorts and a tee? Because that's what Dak Prescott looked like. He looked like he was playing in shorts and a tee. He could have possibly played in shorts and a tee and survived. You know what I mean? He won the dot.
Yeah.
If he played in shorts and a tee. And that's not enough pressure. Okay? It starts with pressure, and there wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And we'll get into Dory Jackson. We'll get into the rest later. But to start with that was the worst part of the game. So I agree to the poll.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree to the poll. I'm going to disagree to the poll. And
your bedroom must be fun, Jay. Out there just spitting their mouths.
I'm going to disagree because I can't. We talked about this briefly off air, right? But we've talked about it the last few years for the Eagles and just in the NFL in general. Anytime you win a game, we can't consider that lucky, right? Was what Jalen Carter did a scumbag move, right? Let's get this out of the way. What he did was scumbag. Whether it was provoked or not, we can all debate that and we can have that conversation. But what he did was scumbag, was terrible move for the team. It can't happen again, right? Like, let's get that out of the way now so that we can have a conversation and move past that. Because, yes, it sucked, but I thought not involving A.J. Brown or whatever was going on with A.J. Brown, to me, was worse. Right, because I thought early on the offense looked like it was unstoppable. And then just like in the NFL, once you start making adjustments, then the offense still looked okay, but you knew it was missing something, right? It was missing Devontae and AJ, right? So to me, that's where I'm going to go in what was worse because we still won the game, right? This team is still what we thought they were. And they're a really, really good team because you were able to beat a team that we probably didn't give enough credit to in the Dallas Cowboys of being better than what they were. And we were still able to come away with a victory. So I take that as we're not lucky to make up for it. It sucked. I don't want him to miss a game. It proves how important he is to this defense and to this team. But I'm going to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what Luke's saying. Dory was the worst part of the game, but
he was horrendous. Yeah,
when you take out your best player, and the game's close like that, and there's drops that are involved and things like that, the Eagles were lucky. Sometimes better be lucky than good.
Yeah,
right. Like, certain weeks in the NFL, you need some luck to go your way. All right, that's okay. We're not going to look back on it and remember how they won the game. 10 weeks from now. Right. But what we will remember is a win.
Right.
Okay, it's a win. We're not going to remember CD dropped the ball and this, that, and the third. We're not
7 times.
Yeah, we're not going to remember all of it. So that's why I say, like, man, it might have been. It's a different game if that dude's in the game. It's a different game. It's like if Micah Parsons on the field for the Cowboys. It's a different game. When you remove somebody's best player on that side of the ball, it's different. Especially when we have new pieces. Right? When you have new pieces and you take out a mainstay, it affects you. Like when you gotta transition pregame, I'm saying. Like if you know going into the weekend, you prepare for it. Maybe it's a different conversation.
Different scenario. Absolutely.
Yeah, so like I don't even want to hear about what the defense looked like. Like besides the Dory. I don't want to hear about the rest of the defense because I need to see what our best player on the field. I mean, come on, anybody's going to say that. Anybody should say that and think that way. You know, if we want to have issues with our offensive side of the football, a little bit different story. But I attribute that to slow starts sometimes too.
Yeah.
Right. We're just coming out of camp, new coordinator, right? He's learning his way and he'll learn how to get him the football. And I also think AJ's still got a hammy issue.
Sure.
Right. To a point. And not thinking they're using him as like a full decoy, but that he's just maybe 90% and not 100%.
Right.
That's all. And I thought Jalen did a good job early on of getting the ball out of his hand quick, especially to Goddard. You know, he didn't get a ton of yards, but we're just moving the football. So there were some positives offensively. But I think we're only going to get better. Right. That's the great thing about our offense. I think we will continue to grow and get better.
For sure.
So I'm not really worried about them. I just think our defense would have looked a lot better. Right. And maybe this isn't a 24-20 game like it was, and maybe it was more closer to some of us predicted it. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, it would have been great to see what this defense specifically would have looked like. Because we talked about the whole time, right? Even leading up to the game and the CB2 position, your ability to get pressure up front allows those guys a little bit of leeway in coverage.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't have to be so perfect. They don't have to be so stuck to their guy for 5, 6, 7 seconds.
Because we talk about the ends, though, right? We're not talking about the ends, to your point, either. We're talking about middle penetration.
Yeah.
Middle penetration doesn't let you get the ball out of your hand quick.
Yeah.
That's what it doesn't allow. It doesn't allow a lot of things. So it's even more impactful to me. Like when you got an Aaron Donald type, the Jalen Carter type, Warren Saps of the world, right? When you go back to like damn great D tackles, right, that can explode stuff up the middle.
Absolutely.
Those defenses are always better. They're just always better because like that's hard to do. You know, it's really hard to do. Right? Like it's really hard to get your passing game going if your middle is getting blown up.
Sure.
We saw it in the Super Bowl, right? All that pressure started up front. Those guys just made the pocket collapse, and other guys were able to eat off of it.
And we saw the flip side of that 2 years ago.
Yep.
Right? We weren't able to get pressure, and then the rest of the offense or the rest of the defense got exposed by one of the goats of our generation today, right?
Yeah. So
we've seen both sides of it.
And I love this too, Pat. I always saw one game and he said, "Let me find me a guy real quick."
Yeah.
And Zadarius Smith, right?
Zadarius,
whatever. Zadarius Smith. You know, he's just a veteran pass rusher, right? So you need those types of guys, and you need to get deeper there. You know, I thought those other guys were started to make a little impression later in the game.
Yeah.
Some of the new DNs, but you can't have too many, right? And we saw, like I just said, there were 0 sacks. So when there's 0 sacks, Howie Roseman said, "Okay, we need more pressure, and there's a guy out here who can help us." And if that's 25 snaps a game, that's 25 snaps a game. And if he can come in and get 5 to 7, 8 sacks this year, that's a huge win. Huge win for this football team. Oh, and I would do this in a heartbeat, Luke. I'm giving up a 2 and maybe another pick for Denzel Ward. I'll go up a first. That's how.
Well, they just ironically freed up. They released Kenyon Green again, freeing up a spot. So, and they didn't, to my knowledge, they didn't fill that open roster spot yet. So there could be something coming in the next day or two. And I know, Denzel Ward is a hot name out there right now that he's available. And, obviously every Eagles fan with a brain is saying, let's go out and get him.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I mean, most people don't want to give up first, but we're in win now mode, right? You don't really want to give up first, but to Luke's point, I mean, I'll give up a second and a fifth right now.
Yeah.
A 2 and a 5 coming your way. 2 and a 4. You want 2 and a 4? Because that's a legit starting cornerback in this league and a Pro Bowl, all pro caliber corner. It has ball hawk abilities and those types of things, and bring him in. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go get him. We're in win now mode. We're in win now.
Shit. He tried to go get Micah, right? So
he ain't shy about it.
Keep that pedal down.
He ain't shy about it. And Luke, no, you're right. I mean, Jahad Campbell's performance not getting enough attention. He's already a stud linebacker. He is. We knew it.
Yeah.
But I think that's why he's not getting enough attention, because we knew it.
Yeah, we kind of expected it and not giving the credit for it.
And we just haven't got a chance to do a show to talk about the kid. But
yeah,
he's special. He's special. He's another home run pick. And that's why I have so much confidence in being like, I'll go give you a second, because the way we've been on first rounders, it's hard to say I need the second right now.
Right.
If I go, especially when I'm going to go get a starter and a guy that fills a huge need for this football team, which is that second corner. And I just can't believe we didn't bring Isaiah Rodgers back. That's
the funny thing. For what you're paying Zadarius Smith and Adoree Jackson, you could have brought either Slay or Isaiah Rodgers back, right?
And that's what I'm confused about. Like, why we talked about it going into the offseason, that we were, guaranteeing one of the two was.
We were hoping, yeah. We were like, we need one. We need one.
I didn't think there was any chance that it wasn't going to happen.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought it was a guarantee that one of those two were back, because they really didn't want to go into a year just hoping Ringo can play. And here we are hoping Ringo can play. Ringo can play. We know Ringo can't play. That's why Adoree's out there. And if Dory's a start and he's a turnstile, then what's Kiwi Ringo going to be?
I mean, the only saving grace still to Keely is he's still super young, right?
Yeah,
and the traits are still there. I'm not saying that's enough to not go get Denzel Ward or look to upgrade the position, right? I'm just saying I think that's still the underlying reason why they were trying to let him grow into it, right? Because he was so young and his size and his tools, translate to that position.
No,
it obviously hasn't worked out yet, right? So
I get it, but the hips have always been an issue. And when you're playing a corner position, right, it goes back to the hips.
Those hips don't lie.
So like Luke said, it's going to have to be Bennett right now. But to me, they got to go get somebody else. Like, I seen enough, right? Bennett doesn't matter. Dory doesn't matter. I need another guy. Or I'm going to get toasted, because, Guantanamo isn't going to be perfect all the time.
Right.
He's a good player, but he's also young still. So he's going to get beat. He's going to get exposed some weeks against guys that, are all pros in this league. Mm-hmm. So you just need the flexibility. You need to make things harder on defenses, where I can't come out here and just attack the right side of your field, or I can't just attack one corner, right? I got to pick and choose what I want to do. And then it changes game plans. And I think that then creates, like we talked about before, not only pass rush helps your corners, but of course, your corners can help your pass rush.
Absolutely.
So it's a combo guard. And I'll go get a guy right now. Pat, I agree with you. Ringo's been in the league for 3 years. If he couldn't win the job this year, he's not winning any jobs. He's a backup. He's a backup, and that's okay. That's okay. Will we consider Stephon Gilmore? I mean, I'll consider anything right now. But again, I mean, it's also week one. Adoree Jackson, like, do you see how week 2 goes? Because they don't have a choice. Yeah. Probably. We're probably going to see how week 2 goes, and now we just got to hope it's better.
Well, I think we get not to jump too far, but I think we get a break with No Worthy this week, right? No Worthy for the Chiefs.
I think he's questionable still.
Yeah, I think that's the early word. So we might get a little bit of a break there, which would be nice. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, we got that open roster spot. Denzel Ward would be huge. I feel like Gilmore. I mean, yeah, Gilmore's out there and he wouldn't cost you anything other than money. So that's also an easy one. But I just feel like, again, every team is in need of corners. So if Gilmore's out there, then there's got to be a reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course there's a reason in a league that needs corners, but it's probably not.
He's 34 years old.
Yeah, there's just not desperation from teams right now for a guy like that. I'm going to go get a guy that's in the league.
34 years old. I mean, didn't we kind of go through this with James Bradbury, Yeah,
I'm not doing that way. Going that way. I got to go get a guy. You got to go get a guy that is playing in the league right now. Baltimore's just putting it on. Baltimore's just
that being said, Asante Samuel Jr. is still out there. He's at least younger. Kendall Fuller's a free agent. I think Kendall Fuller's a little older, though, like similar to what Gilmore was.
Yeah, I'm not going that route. Jay says, give me Rasul Douglas. Is he out there?
I don't know.
Man, I like Rasul, but he's old too.
Well, as of 2 weeks ago, he's planning to sign with he's on the Dolphins. He's on the Dolphins.
Okay, yeah.
He's 31.
And I agree with that. It's top 3 concerns, cornerback 2, Landon injury, AJ injury. Yeah.
Yes. That Landon injury is really concerning.
John says, what up, Johnny? He said, what's up, boys? I'm still wondering what the big offer was, how he made the Cowboys to get Parsons. Crazy to think we had the best offer for him. And I think that just shows you the Cowboys aren't going to make a mistake like the Giants did and allow him inside their division. I think they're smarter than that, right? They're just smarter than that, but it was a big offer. It was 3 firsts. It was a lot more. It was a lot
2
more.
2 first, a third, a fifth, as well as other assets is what is being reported.
Yeah.
So 2 first, a third, a fifth, and you would assume it was probably someone in the range of Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalix Hunt, right, as your other assets, just based off of what Green Bay gave up, right? Green Bay gave up Kenny Clark to go with the 2 firsts. So you'd have to assume that they wanted a player like that.
Yeah, we had it, but they're not going to trade him to us.
No.
Yeah, we do have a boatload of picks, Johnny, and they just got to go. Again, they're going to give it another week here. They're not going to panic on it. And they got to just give it. They got to give it time and sort of see and feel out these 2 guys for a few weeks, and then they got to pull a trigger by week 4. That's how I look at it. They got 4 weeks to sort of see, okay, or can we, are these guys serviceable or not? Right? Are we forced to go trade our assets? And if they are, they will. Right? And I believe that about Howie Roseman. If he believes that he needs to upgrade it, he will go upgrade it. And it might just be minimal, but minimal can be enough sometimes. Even though Denzel Ward would put us over the top. I mean, Denzel Ward puts his defense the same as they were last year. Maybe even better. You might be able to make an argument when you put Denzel Ward on the field and Jalen Carter on the field last Thursday or this Thursday. It would have been a different game. Probably would have been a different game. Just guessing.
I mean, Jaylen Carter alone is a different game, right? Like, I mean, that alone, you can have me and you playing CB2, and if Jaylen Carter's there, it's a different game. I did find it odd, though, that whoever was playing that position was on CD, and Q was on Pickens the entire game.
Yeah, not every
Not
week.
sure. Not sure if that was a size thing, right? Because Pickens, I feel like looked a little bigger than CD. But that one was weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Off the rip, like, just watching it, you're like, why is Dory Jackson on CD to begin with, let alone getting burnt by him?
Yeah, Berto, everybody is. They're all going to attack the second corner until somebody steps up and doesn't allow you to attack it anymore. It's that simple. Until somebody wants to step up and say, okay, well, I'm going to go be that guy and I'm not going to allow it anymore, then it's going to continue to happen. I don't know if there's enough talent in the building at that position that's going to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we also have to get guys, that 4-week sample size at the defense as a whole to really start judging it. Like, I don't like to really judge everything off of week 1 of the NFL season.
No, it's tough.
It could be very overreactionary.
Yeah.
Right. Let me give it another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let me watch some more football games. And I think Howie Rosen is probably in that same spot. Now, that doesn't mean if Denzel Ward's available that I don't go make an offer for him.
Right.
Makes sense?
Yep, 100%.
That doesn't mean that. That just means that they're going to keep evaluating. And if guys come open, they're obviously going to go talk about it internally. And they're going to, if it's something they can do and it's the right move, they'll do it. That's the one thing we say about this organization. I'm not worried about that right now. Doesn't mean I'm not worried about it after week 8 and they don't do anything, right? It just means right now I'm not worried about it. I believe they will. I believe they will.
Yeah, I'm with you. Because they showed it, right? They just showed it with Zadarius Smith. They needed it. They needed a more veteran there. And I thought in the second half, one of my key takeaways in this game, Tommy, was the defense, to me, looked like they did early on in the season last year, where they struggled, they battled and struggled in the first half, and then you come in to the locker room, Vic makes the adjustments, and they shut them out in the second half. How many times last year did we come on a show after an Eagles win and the opposing team scores 0 points in the second half because of this defense and the adjustments they made? Mm-hmm. So that to me was one of the biggest takeaways of the game. And again, that was obviously without Jalen Carter and with all of those guys chipping in at CB2, because we all saw each one of them get some run in that second half there. And I think they made those stops when we needed them and those stops when we asked them to. So we look at this, we look at the game like a 4-quarter game. We got to look at the season almost like a 4-quarter game. We can't do that anymore because of the odd games. But the first 4 games we knew maybe it's not odd games, but the first 4 games we knew were going to be tough coming out of the gate, right? We had, home opener versus our rival, and then at Kansas City, home against, who is it? I forget. And then away home against the Rams, right? The Rams.
Rams. Yeah, Rams.
And then Tampa Bay, right? So we knew those first 4 were going to be, I don't think they're panicking, but I think they understand that, there might flickering. They might need to make a move for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had, Zadarius had nine sacks between 2 teams last year. So it's not like you went out and got a guy that had, is way low risk, high reward. This is low money, high reward.
Yeah.
Because I think he will give you that reward of getting after the quarterback. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah, Luke, in the moment, it felt like it was a little stale, the offense in the second half especially. But then when you step back and you realize that it didn't look like AJ was 100%, and some of those other factors, then you kind of like what we all did with Jaylen Carter, right? The vitriol was out early, was out in full force, and then you see the other video, and you're like, all right, maybe I'm going to pull back the vitriol a little bit. What he did still wasn't right, but you kind of makes sense when you realize he's a guy from Apopka, Florida, and that's just what they do. But I mean, I thought the second half it got a little stale, but again, you understand it a little bit.
And it says week 1, we lost 2 vets. We're going to be all right. Everyone was tripping last year about the D. Yeah, they were. And you gotta get your pieces right. And Vic sort of figures it out, and you get better week by week, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be grow and find ways to win games. And if you're finding ways to win games, the grow's easier. They're figuring out things in between become easier if you're winning. We talk about this every year. It's easier to get guys to buy into what you want and those types of things when you're winning football games. So it's a good win, man. And it's against the divisional rival, game at home game that you need to get home games won. They're always important to get whenever any part of the season. And it's good to go 1-0. And because you got to find wins, right? So something to be said. And Sirianni's undefeated, on opening games. So that's really? That's a little trend going on now for him.
I mean, it shouldn't shock me though, because again, the way Jalen played on Thursday too, especially early on, I thought he was awesome. Again, they just find ways to win. And as you said, Tommy, it's so much easier to come on here, especially after a stress-free. Geez, I can't even say it. Stress-free Sunday, right? And talk about all of this stuff after a win. You know what I mean? Like after a win, it makes it so much easier and so much more to look forward to, because they're going to get better and they're going to clean up some of these.
Yeah, we expect it, and it better happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're expecting it to happen. It needs to happen, and I believe it will.
Yeah.
I'm watching James Cook just go to the house. Oh, a lot of offense in this game. Week 1. But I mean, Jalen just find ways to win games too. I mean, that's a Jalen MO. They just win games. So
I did like the new wrinkle. I don't know if it was planned that way or what, but I did like the new wrinkle of the scramble for the touchdown. You know what I mean? I think most of his touchdowns come within the 5-yard line and design runs, not so much design passes and the scramble. We feel like watching as much games as we do, right? The scramble is so unguardable. You know what I mean? You can't guard for a scramble, and that's why the likes of Jalen and the likes of Lamar and Josh and all the other guys that are really athletic, the scramble when on a pass drop is so impactful and so perfect, and it's great that some of those runs that he scored on were those scrambles.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, none of these teams can tush push like us. It's funny.
Yeah.
Roberto said, I know it's week 1, but you seen Green Bay as our biggest threat? They crossed Detroit today. I mean, maybe. It's just hard because it's week 1.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably one of the threats, I'm sure.
I mean, they're going to be. I'm still not entirely sold on their offense. But their defense looked really good today. We'll give them that. And then you add Mike in there. I think it's going to come down to how much Mike is going to be on the field with his back, and all that stuff. How much is Mike going to be on the field? Because we saw today, to Umberto's point, when he was on the field, he was in the backfield. It was like and he's going against Penei Sewell a lot of the times. It was like he wasn't even blocking him.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. What up, Wayne?
Funny how they rank him above Lane Johnson. Joke.
Yeah, for sure. Ward is on the contract till 27, and he's only 28. Yep, John. It's a perfect. Denzel Ward's a perfect candidate to give up assets for.
And that's probably why his name keeps coming up, is because we know how he doesn't necessarily like to deal in pure rentals. You know what I mean? Or at least give up a lot of assets for pure rentals.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how GM should operate.
Right.
Unless there's no salary cap, right?
Yeah.
If there's no cap, then sure.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be a deal there for sure. Make that happen.
Oh, that would put us over the top again. Not that I don't believe we're like close to being over the top as it is, but
yeah,
to me that's just like changes the whole thing. Changes it all. I don't know if they're done. The Aldridge, I don't know if they're done. The Lions, week 1, right? Like, I got to give them time. New coordinators, right? Give them time. It's overreaction Monday, air quotes. Even though it's Sunday night, not saying you, but that's what it's easy to do. It's easy to overhype teams, and it's easy to say, "Oh, that team's done. That team stinks," and then a team wins 7-8 at some point and gets hot. So you got to really break it down into 4 weekers at a time, and you start judging teams off of 4-week sets. All right, judge teams after 4 weeks, judge teams really after 8 weeks, and so on. I agree.
But they didn't look great, so I'll give you that. They looked like they were missing something, so maybe the offensive pizzazz.
Yeah, everybody loses guys though. Like I just think they got the right coach over there that is tough, physical, right? And that's sort of the culture. And I think they'll start to figure those things out, and they'll get some of that chemistry when you have some new guys, because you still have the all pros of Penei Sewell, and I'm sure they have. I feel like their other tackle is really good too. But I'm drawing a blank. But I mean, Goff's always been a stiff. I just think they're still going to be competitive. I never had them as a team that was competing for the NFC. So yeah. I mean, I had them as like a playoff team, and that was really it. So they're not one of the teams that I look at as competition. I look at the Packers as competition. I look at the Rams as competition. Maybe the Niners if they're. Maybe the Commanders if they're healthy. Right, like they're the teams I look at as like the real competition. Yeah. And there's some other unknowns.
Yeah, Niners might be there because their schedule's easy, right? Yeah. So, and I think the Bucs are going to be there. They squeaked out a win today.
Well, Baker's good, man. Baker's good.
Yeah, he's really come into his own.
Yeah, resilient career.
For sure.
It's got to get some credit of a guy that, I don't know if he was a bust in Cleveland. They made it seem like he was. I don't necessarily think he was a bust when he took them to the playoffs, and they haven't been back since.
But, yeah, it's true.
But they made him the scapegoat of some things there.
Oh, 100%.
Where 2 wide receivers were done, and they seemed to want to make it about him. Whatever. So, but a guy who had to get a lunch pail again. Right, had to go back up a guy like Matthew Stafford. You go to the Rams, you go around McVay, who is a damn good coach in this league, obviously, and you learn some things, and you have to take a seat, and you have to watch from a different angle and get a different perspective on things, and those things can humble guys very quickly. You can get humbled, and then when you get your opportunity again, you say to yourself, "I'm not going to make those mistakes I made before." If there was mistakes, right? I'm not going to make those mistakes I made before. And you go to a place like Tampa where I think he's fit to play. I think he's fit to play more in warmer weather than he is in frigid temperatures of Cleveland, right? But it really revitalized his career, and he's a true franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
which not many franchises have those, and he is. So you're right. I mean, with their wide receiver options and their weapons, they're absolutely a conversation for an NFC contender. There's probably 4 or 5 teams that are really like, okay, these are what will probably be left standing.
Yeah.
And that scares me that the Bucs are a contender. Because unless we're playing them here, I'm scared to death. Scared to death.
PTSD coming all the way back. I don't know that it'll ever go away.
No, it won't. It will never go away. I know we're not there yet, but I'm just going to give my crumb in a week right now.
Go ahead.
Why I'm thinking about it, and I don't forget, which I almost just did. Oh, he dropped that. Yeah, I was going to say, I knew that ball hit the turf. Goodness gracious. They were just letting that play. These teams like the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants, can we stop it? Can we stop it? First off, let's start with Cleveland. You have 2 young quarterbacks and you're trying to figure it out with all the picks you have. Are you figuring that out in goddamn camp? Are you figuring that out in preseason? Are you figuring that out at practice? Or are you figuring it out on game day? Like, have a clue if you're Cleveland. They're a crumb in a week. Like, I love Joey Flacco. I love that he's still playing. I love that he's still starting in this league. From being an Audubon guy like myself, former teammate, I love it for him. Okay, but I also look at it as like as a franchise that you got decisions coming up here over the next period of time, and you need to find out what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my problem with it. Like, you have 2, so go run one out 1 week, and go give the other one a shot. You're not playing to win a division and go to the playoffs most likely.
Yep.
It's probably not what you guys are doing as an organization. And the New York Giants, I mean, it's not even up for debate. Like, the fact that you're going to run Russell Wilson out there is a joke if I'm a Giants fan. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off that it's not at least Winston for just some offense.
Yeah.
Even with the picks, that it's not Winston. Oh, my God, Derrick Henry again. Touchdown.
Get the hell. Is that 3, 4?
Wow, I don't know. At least 2. At least 2. Now it's 40-25. Bills just keep answering. They cut it to 7, and then Baltimore just goes down the field on them again. 40 burger.
Oh.
I mean, this is easy money. Nobody even touches them. Nobody touches them.
175 yards on the ground. Zay Flowers got 134 yards
Oh, yeah,
in the
it's
air.
an explosion.
I'm not watching. I don't have TV in there.
Sean McDermott. Is a defensive guy. But that's my crumb.
Might need to rethink the defense there, Sean.
And the Giants is simple. I mean, the Giants is like, dude, it's Star or it's Winston. This ain't hard, man. So the fact that you're going to run the Russell Wilson show out there, stop it. The second he can't move anymore was the second he wasn't good anymore.
I mean, Dable already came out and said, next week is open right now.
Yeah.
Then what do you do? To your point, what are you doing then?
You must got so much job security.
I was just going to go there. Your job security must be like out of control.
Because I don't know how these guys think, but I'm always thinking my job will be on the line. And if I get a young quarterback, I'm salivating to play him because I need to get him through his growing pains.
Yep.
And the only way I get him in today's world, the only way I get him through his growing pains is to play him. And if I think I have enough talent to play him, right? If I'm in Cleveland and I have the defense I have, and I have, okay skill position players, I have a tight end, I have a good wide receiver, I have some things there. Like, go play a guy, right? In New York, I have Malik Neighbors.
You have a great wide receiver.
Yeah, I have a young running back that I like. My offensive line's improved.
2 good running backs.
2 good running backs.
Tyron Tracy and then Scatterbo.
Yeah, but my point is my offensive line's a little bit improved.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not going to put him back there to die, hopefully. And maybe I do, but I got to go play him.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you got to play him every week, but play Jameis Winston in the first half then and go give a guy a second half. Because one, it just gives your fan base something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And these teams wait until they're out of it, right? They wait until week 8, and then they're like, okay, now this will bring the fan base back in, and we'll still sell tickets, if we don't for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
If we, if any loose ends ticket wise.
Yeah, I mean, we hate to say it for the Giants, but no, you're absolutely right. It's criminal what they're doing. It's one thing if Russell was going to be competitive. You know what I mean? I think everyone thought that game today was going to be competitive. You know what I mean? And obviously it wasn't. And I don't think Washington was that good.
No, I think
I don't think Washington was that overwhelmingly good.
I think Russell Wilson's that bad.
Right. 100%.
To the point. Like, I just think Russell's that bad, and that's where we're at. And that's where if I'm, I don't care about the Giants, but, or the Browns, but the fact that you have young quarterbacks, just go play them. Especially Cleveland. You have all these assets. Find out if one of them is your franchise quarterback or not, so that you can use those assets to go get the guy if they're not it and draft your 50th quarterback in the last 25 years. Right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to say. Humberto, he probably was provoked, Jalen Carter, right? I'm not going to say he wasn't. I think they probably knew exactly what they were doing. And now it's up to him to learn how to be smarter than that. He's got to be smarter than that. Now, looking ahead next week to KC, early feel, I feel another win because I don't think they're any good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to say, like, they got a great quarterback. They got a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's a GOAT. I just don't think the things around them are any good. And I don't think their defense is as good as it was.
What up, Levi?
What up, Lee? I don't think they're good. I don't think they're as good. So now it's a tough place to play, tough place to win at. If there's a team that's going to go places on the road and win, it's Philadelphia Eagles. So as much as it's a payback for them, it's also a point to prove for us that it wasn't a fluke. You go up there and you whoop their ass again. Now the only hard part is it's a desperate game for them.
Yeah.
You can't go on with 2 now. You're in Brazil, right? You got to come back from Brazil. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
What's the saying that Jalen Hurts, right? Rain, sleet, and snow. Eagles are trained to go. Yeah. I the only thing that worries me, Tommy, right? And we talk about this year in and year out, right? The only thing that worries me is what is more plausible for the NFL? The Chiefs 0-2 or the Chiefs 1-1? You know what I mean? And vice versa. Because I think the Eagles potentially 2-0 are there, but I don't think the Eagles 2-0 are coming off of a Chiefs loss. That's where my mind goes with the NFL. What's more plausible? Because I think we win. I completely agree with you. I don't think that this Chiefs team is anything like they have been in the past. I think they're obviously in certain positions showing a little bit of their elder age, and the fact that they've played a lot of football. Oh, there you go, Chris. Good point. They played a lot of football over the last few years. When you're a dynasty like that, all those extra Januaries and Februaries take a toll on you as you go through.
I think the big thing, Greg, real to your point, right, is like I think that like those teams sort of figure it out later in the year a little bit.
Yeah. That's what Tommy always did.
Yeah, like they might start off 0-2 and people hit the panic button and they go 2-2, right? And then they might be, 3-5, and then they just rattle off a bunch, right? It's like
they find a way 6 in a row.
Yeah, they find a way into the dance.
That's what the Patriots always did. Everyone panicked in September and October for the Patriots, but then once November hit, it was lock and roll. But yeah, I see another win. I look back at what Jalen did. Jalen looked different to me in that first half. He looked like not that he didn't always command the offense, but he looked like he had full command of that offense in that first half.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. Look,
and I thought, like I said, I thought it was going to take one stop, right? Like whoever makes the first stop on defense was going to win the game, because I didn't think that they could stop our offense, and obviously early on we couldn't stop their offense. But that's how much I thought Jalen. That's how good I thought Jalen and the run game and the offense looked, even without in the first half we didn't know the AJ. To the extent of what was going on with AJ, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think the big thing is he looked calm, he looked collective, he looked in command.
Yeah.
And things were cruising.
Yeah.
To your point. So I agree.
And that was a dot to Dotson. I mean, it was a great pass to Dotson. Good to see Dotson, stepping up in those.
Dropping in a bucket, right?
Yep.
We talk about dropping in buckets.
Yep. We all could have caught that.
Yeah, and it was good to see, like you said, it was good to see your third wideout that you want some production from this year. You would love to have 500 to 700 yards from your third wideout, right?
Sure.
And you know, can he get 4 or 5 touchdowns? Like, you want that production from a guy. So it's definitely big to see. But I do think next week, you're going to see a more consistent offense. I think you'll see the running game from Saquon better.
Yeah.
But we ran the ball well as a group. I think we ran for 158 yards. So
yeah, we did.
I mean, that's what we do.
I mean, I think Jalen had 62, Saquon had 60, so they were right neck and neck with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spells, your Giants are the Crumb of the week.
Spells just missed it. He must have got the alert. Out there talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking about you over here. I mean, they're the Crumb of the week for not starting either Dart or Winston. It's a joke. Like, what are you doing, dude? Russell Wilson stinks. Everybody knows it. Somebody in the chat said he retired 4 years ago. And they're right. He did retire 4 years ago. Yeah, we're still waiting on it, waiting the pain. Is there still pending discipline coming back from the wake for Carter? And maybe Dak will, you know, me and Greg were saying earlier, we don't necessarily think he's going to get suspended. Probably just be a fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless the Eagles do something in-house, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. And that's what we might not know, right? Maybe sit him for the first half. Do something like, you know, they do with college kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, sit for the first half. But I find it very hard that they're going to suspend Carter and do nothing with Dak. So if you're going to suspend Carter, you got to do both.
And not that I think Dak did anything that deserves a suspension. That's the point. Right. Like, I think he provoked something.
He did. And you know, he could sit up there and say, I wasn't spitting at him. But you smiled right at him, bro. That video's crystal clear. You spit, you smiled right at him. And then you got in his face. So if you didn't do it, then why'd you get in his face? You should have just shoot him away. You know? To me, if you didn't spit at him, you should have shoot him away.
No, and back to this. Dallas left no spy. SJM says Hurst took easy running lanes for chunk, positive gains, and kept mostly every second and third down very manageable. You're spot on. And
absolutely.
And it's like teams have to go. Teams don't really like going zone versus us. They'd rather go man. And so they can double and do different things. So teams don't really like to zone us up. And they were going man early. And when you do, that's where he can really take advantage of you. And that's where obviously Lamar Jackson can take advantage of you. Josh Allen can take advantage of you. A lot of guys can when you go man and there isn't stuff open. Such a big weapon to have a quarterback that moves. Someone already said the NFL said there was no suspension. They viewed his ejection as the 1 game suspension. Okay,
that's fair.
So there'll probably be a fine. I'm sure he's getting fined.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we always talk about, Tommy, though, right? We always want our defensive players with a little bit of a screw loose. But you got to control yourself better. You got to control yourself. That is completely unexcusable.
Yeah. They are not people you bring home to mommy and daddy for Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner. But we also we don't want animals. Like we don't want guys doing egregious things either. Levi, I don't get why the Giants start Russ when Jameis appears to be a much better locker room presence and leader.
1,000%.
I mean, he might throw 7 picks a game, but like your offense will probably still score 28-30.
Yeah, your offense will be humming for sure.
Some weeks, right? And then some weeks it obviously won't. I mean, Derrick Henry might run for 500 yards.
I thought he scored 2 in the first half.
No,
so the fact that, I thought he had 2. Because he almost broke another one. I'm like, oh my God, is that his 3rd in the first half?
He's a monster.
SJM, speaking of Randy Moss, congrats to the big fellow for beating cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so awesome. Awesome to hear.
Yeah, I mean that fine was funny. When he mooned them, that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, when you spit, I wasn't like a typical Eagles guy. Like, yeah, get him. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Like that's where I went. Like, what are you doing?
No, for sure. So early.
Yeah, be smart here. Like, we need you.
Like, if you're in a bob in a pile and you spit on them, spit away because no one's gonna see it.
Yeah.
But you're in the middle of a pile, in the middle of the field. and you're the best player on defense. You know the cameras are on you.
I don't get it.
You know they are trained on you.
I don't get it. But yeah, positives like we talked about, Jair. Jair played awesome defensively.
You mean Jihad?
Jihad, no, jeez, it's getting late. Jihad played late.
I thought Makuba looked good in times too.
Yeah, Makuba played well.
I thought both rookies played really well. And I know the big fella Wills was on Jordan Davis, but looking back at some of the clips and some of the other things that you see posted, I thought Jordan Davis was around the football a lot too.
Yeah, I thought he played well too, Greg, to your point. So I agree with you there. I thought he was physical. I saw there were some positives like we talked about. The big thing is us getting this other corner figured out and just chemistry.
Yeah.
Right. Just figuring out, like bringing Zadarius Smith in is huge.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean that's a big one. So when you bring a guy like this in that can get after the quarterback, now we just got better, since Thursday. Now we just got Jalen Carter and Zadarius Smith. We're gonna be better going in. We're gonna be better going into Kansas City. And the big thing about him is he gets some time to get in here and learn some things and get going because obviously, he got in here before the week really started.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully some of these guys that are banged up will be good.
Yeah.
Because
the only one that probably isn't is Landon because that looked really bad.
Yeah, I also think you just give him a long 2 weeks here.
Yeah.
Right. Give him a long 2 weeks. I mean, it looks like his body just needs it right now.
Of course, Pop. Of course, you stab it up. I love it. Levi, yeah, I thought Campbell and Makuba played well. Yeah, and you know what's funny too, Tom? We talked about the pressure, and we didn't get any sacks, so it's pressure is just pressure without sacks. But again, looking at some clips and stuff like that, I didn't realize Josh Uche was in the backfield as much as he was. And I thought that he again didn't get him down, but I feel like that he was there. He was around Dak more than it looked like in real time. And maybe it's because I didn't recognize the number, right? I forgot he was 0. I was like, oh, is that Josh Huff again?
Yeah. I'm like, who? Well, at least the thing I can say about 0 is I thought 0 had a pulse.
Yes.
Right. So when we both saw the same thing, that's a positive.
Yeah, for sure.
So we can grow off of that.
Yeah, we can definitely make that work, and then bring in Zadarius to add a little veteran, a little older veteran. I feel like it's like a Robert Quinn type of move, but hopefully more productive than Robert Quinn.
Yeah,
that's my hope. That's my hope with this move.
Well, I also think he had way more production the year prior to getting here than Robert Quinn did.
Yes, I agree there.
If I remember correctly, I feel like Robert Quinn. I mean, we can go look it up. I don't know what he had the year before coming here, but I feel like it wasn't as good. I know he had a 20 sack season or whatever it was, like almost, prior, or like 2 years before that or something like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like the year before, he was either banged up, something like that.
No, he had 18.5 sacks.
What, the year prior or coming here? That was the year prior?
In 2021, he had 18.5 sacks for the Bears. And then he only had 1 for the Bears in 7 games for them in 2022, and then they got traded to us. So in the 6 games, he had nothing. He had 2 tackles, two combo tackles, or 2 solos.
Yeah. But that next year, he was playing for them, and he had nothing, right?
Yeah. He only had 1 sack in 7 games.
Yeah, he was just hot. He was like a hitter that was just hot. He got hot for a year. Got hot for a year. Whereas Davis has been pretty consistent.
He has been.
Part. He has big years and some down years, but I think his down years only when he's hurt. But he gets after the quarterback. and that's what we need. So I don't need the guy to come in and be an all pro. I need him to come in and do his job, which is pressure. Yeah, he's a physical guy too, Levi. I think he's a good run stopper too.
It's interesting, Luke. He said how he spent a lot of all season acquiring, keeping picks. That Micah move makes me think he's using Zadarius as a band-aid. It could make a major move somewhere else. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe it's that Denzel Ward, maybe that's the move that he's waiting for, or going to Baltimore. Baltimore's got a plethora of cornerbacks, because they signed Jair Alexander. They push some of their younger guys back a little bit, so maybe you can go in there and sneak and take somebody.
Well, I'll tell you this: the Darius tells me that they don't believe Jalen Carter is ready to start right this minute. That's what that tells me. Well, it's not a bad thing. It just tells me that right now he just needs a little bit more time to be like a starter. But he can still have an impact getting after the quarterback in the same type of role he had last year as the backup. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
He just needs a little bit more seasoning, which is rightfully so from a guy, that played
at such a small school and a small. Yeah, that's fair.
Like you need to get deeper there. So that's how I look at it. I mean, it's not a bad thing because it's obviously not Nolan Smith. They're not gonna.
Right. Yeah.
And at $9 million, you know what I mean? At $9 million, if this is true pump, then yeah, absolutely. You're not bringing a guy in a $9 million figure, and he's not starting.
They're not seeing a bunch of snaps. Yeah,
absolutely. As I said, it's a home run signing right here. That you're getting a guy like at this time of the year, making that kind of money. You know what I mean? or that can add that kind of production. Usually, those guys are not out there.
Not available.
It's probably because he wanted $9 million, and there's not a desperate team right now.
Yeah,
we're like, well, we're not desperate, but we're always desperate for pass rushers.
But we got money. Yeah, Levi, that's the going rumor of what was offered for sure.
Yeah, I mean Jerry's an idiot, but he's not that dumb.
Yeah,
like organizationally, they're not that dumb. They're not going to trade Micah here. We could have offered him 3 firsts, they wouldn't have did it. Right now, you come in with like something crazy like 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third, then maybe you just give them too much where they can't say no. Right, you just like give them a Herschel Walker move.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, where they can just replenish everything they have. I think if somebody comes in with that 3rd first, is where they can't say no to that. That just changes your whole organization.
Yeah,
it's 6 first-round picks in 3 years. You just got to be. They're going to kill me on this teaser because they're not going to score here. I just know it. They're not going to score down the red zone here. Guy just dropped the touchdown. They're definitely not going to score.
What do you have it at?
3, 6, 9.5.
Okay.
Just need the TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, need the TV.
We can't even miss the extra point. I don't even care. I don't know if they're getting Trayvon Walker from Jacksonville. He can be rumored all he wants. I mean, that defense looked awesome today. And I don't, if they win games, I don't think they're trading anybody. They spent time to rebuild it here.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys they're like rebuilding with.
He was rumored though, so it's definitely.
I think everybody's rumored when you don't know if your team's going to be any good and if they might stink again and they can get stuff for him. But the way their defense played week 1, I would say that rumor probably shut down a little bit.
Yeah.
But is he coming up on a contract year? I don't think he is. He was the number 1 overall pick 2 years ago. So he's definitely not coming up on it. He's definitely not owing the money right away.
Through 26.
Yeah,
through 26. So next year is his 5th-year option.
Oh, he caught it. Oh, my God. It got tipped, and he caught it. It got tipped into a guy's hands. This can't be real life. Something will actually tip my way. Oh, my dome. Oh, my dome.
Is that Keon Coleman?
Yeah. 9 right now. We're going for 2, of course. Oh, God. Get the 2. Let's go. Let's go. And then get a stop. Get a stop. I can't believe I got that tutty. I can't believe I got that tutty. Right? I can't. All right, we're going for the field goal or extra point. Sorry. What a game, though. What a game. I mean, Buffalo's offense is so good. It just shows you. Like some guy was like, where are you at on apologists? Like, you're putting the 40 piece that Baltimore put up on Josh Allen.
On Josh, yeah.
Like he put 32 up. Like he's literally scored every time they scored except one time or twice. That's the difference in the game.
Yeah. He's done everything that he could to win this game. You scored 32 points in an NFL game. You should win that.
Should. Absolutely. Especially week 1.
Yeah.
Especially when your head coach and defensive guy. You think, oh, yeah, we win that. But a couple things I'm looking for week 2. I'm looking for, obviously, skill position players to get involved. I think they will. I think you're going to see more AJ and Devontae this week. I think you're going to see a bigger game from Saquon as well, because I think what the Chiefs are going to do is try to go the opposite way they went in the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to try to they'll allow him to try to beat them. And I think this is a week where he could go eat, and then that will open up the passing game. So I think you'll see an explosive offense this week. I really do, and I think we'll see a better defense.
Yeah,
a better defense
for sure.
Yeah, but we're also seeing a hungry team. We got to see how that works. But
yeah, team that's lost before and has obviously come back, right? So we know that they'll adjust.
Oh, they absolutely. I got great coach, great quarterback, but do they have anything else great? I think their defense is okay.
Yeah,
their defense was the same defense last year. I don't know how much better they got.
Great,
right? I'm sure they did a little bit, but they just don't do anything for me offensively. Who scares me?
No one, especially if Xavier Worthy's not playing.
No,
if that comes to fruition,
I'm just not scared. I'm just not scared of anybody. It's the same thing in the Super Bowl. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah,
they're not my big bad wolf. I'm not Buffalo or Baltimore. I'm just not scared of them. So I think we go in there and kick their ass, and it's ugly for them at home. And you say, well, how does the NFL handle that? Well, easily. They're talking to town because they're 0-2, right? So it's still publicity for the NFL. NFL doesn't need them. Trust me, they don't need them anymore. Fumble! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! No way!
You're reacting to a fumble.
Fumble.
I'm reacting to a lightning bolt outside.
Oh my God! Derrick Henry fumbled it. What a game he's having! He fumbles it with 3:06 left in the fourth. He fumbles it. Oh, Bills fans are hugging. This is amazing. Oh, what a strip! What a strip! How do you? They almost didn't come up with it. They did, but they almost didn't. They're lucky they had other guys around. What a fumble! What a strip! Oh, he just pulled it out. Pulled it out. Defensive lineman. That's the only guy who's gonna be able to rip it out of his hands. No way! I told you. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, bro?
Yeah.
I said the NFL want this to be a game. Ain't no way. But
Made a call. Made a call.
It's two great teams that just hadn't got over the hump because of the Chiefs. But it's two great teams. So this is what you would expect here. This is exactly the type of night I expected from these two teams. Was back and forth in some fashion. Oh, Tony. Oh, down to the 1.
I think it's down to the 1, right?
Down to the 1. Oh, baby, what a game. I think the regular line is, like I told you, 3. Is 3.5? 1.5. Allen can't sneak worth shit. They couldn't tush push or tush push. It's unbelievable. OT would be awesome, Chris. I love more football. Like, I actually didn't mind the delay, even though it killed the Eagles offensively and probably Dallas. But I was almost like, I don't mind if this game goes to 1:30 in the morning.
It goes to midnight.
You know what I mean? Like, I got work the next day, but I still will just like give me football all the time. They can't touch it. They're going to try to run it. Cook, is he in? Nope. Wow. You got quarterback. Quarterback's 280. You know what I mean? He's 280, Josh. You got to get low. He goes too high.
Yeah. No, he definitely does.
He goes too high up. Like, he's got to get lower.
Yeah. Low man wins.
They got 2 attempts to sneak it, like, with him. Like, just dive in. Like, just take the snap and dive low. And you'll probably get it. Dive in somebody's kneecaps. Here we go. 3rd and goal. 2-minute warning. But listen, I'll say it every week because we are healthy. We're loaded, and I know the schedule's hard, right? But I expect us to handle business. Like, I look through it, and I look at KC. I feel like we're going to win that game. I look at the Rams coming here as a game we're going to win. I think we go to Tampa and lose. I think we go to Denver and win. And I think we go to we come home against Denver and win, and we go to New York and win. So like that's where I'm at. I think we lose the Tampa game. Now, could there be another one in there? Probably. There's probably another one in there. I don't know which one it's going to be, right? But there'll probably be another one in there. But either way, that's how I look at it. Touchdown. Touchdown.
He went up over the top.
Yeah, he did. Of course, the fantasy night he's having, and I'm playing Lamar. In the same league. I'm playing Lamar. I'm going to lose. But it's fine. I didn't have a great week, but Josh Allen made up for guys that didn't have a great week. Holy crap. And Mark Andrews is officially just like, yeah.
I think he's toast, right?
Yeah, he has 1 point tonight. So
one catch for 5 yards. I mean, that's toast.
Well, here it is.
They got nothing out of
2-point conversion.
They got nothing.
Oh, incomplete. I hate the play call. I hate the fade. I hate the back shoulder fade.
Yeah.
Play call. I think it's just stupid.
Especially when you don't have an over-imposing type of wide receiver. You know what I mean?
I think that's who Coleman's supposed to be for them, though. Oh, he's getting raped. That's a bad mess. That's a bad mess.
Yeah, you can't miss that call.
Yeah, I mean, they pulled his whole jersey down.
I mean, they almost stripped him.
That's bad. But they got 3 timeouts left. Yeah, not a good play call, but definitely holding. Definitely holding was missed. This shit is onside it. All right. Well, listen, this is a great show. We'll be back on Wednesday night, so we don't got to go too long because we're going to be giving you
big series with the Phils.
Yeah.
Phil's got Meth coming into town for 4. And of course, we start off with our buddy Knowles tomorrow.
Hasn't been ideal.
Hasn't been good, but we'll see what happens. This Turner injury stinks, though. If it's, I hope it's nothing long term. I hope it's nothing big. I hope it's just a tweak.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Were you watching it, Tommy?
No, I didn't say it. I was.
As soon as he hit first base, he motioned to the bench, done, and just walked off the field. Walked off. I'm done. I knew it was a dead ball just walking off the field. Wasn't good. You're just like, oh my God, like what is going on?
Yeah, I'm worried about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna not overly worry until I get more info.
No, that's fair.
On what they say. On what kind of like grade it is per se.
Yeah.
Well, you got Crumb. You got a Crumb.
I got
obviously.
What's that?
I said I already gave mine, obviously. So you got a Crumb Brula.
Yeah, the easy one is the Philly Karen. You know, that's the easy Crumb. Of that, the lady down at the Marlins Stadium, it went over and fought the guy for the ball after he'd already given it to his kid. Like, come on. I mean, everyone. We all had the same reaction.
Disgusting human being.
Yeah, and typical.
The haircut. Well, the haircut says it all to me.
Yeah, exactly. Haircut says everything. I did have something else, but I can't forget it. I can't remember it. So that we'll just leave it there.
No, that's definitely
like how it worked out though for the kid. It worked out really well for the kid, and I'm pumped for that and what the Phillies did.
I guess they should, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they did because not everybody would.
And it's we say that, right, because we're human, we're normal humans, and we expect that out of them, but like that wasn't at the Philly stadium. You know what I mean? Like they didn't necessarily have to do anything, because it's not like, I mean, sure, obviously they were watching because they saw it, but they could have like said, oh yeah, well, we weren't watching. We didn't see it happen and kind of play it off. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they handled it the way they did. I'm glad the Marlins handled it the way they did. I think the Marlins played a really big part of that as well. The only thing I wish we would have known and seen is, was she still in the stands to see all this commotion happen after?
Yeah.
Or did she get booed out like some of the rumors were thrown out there? But yeah, I mean, it's just complete scumbag move out of her.
Oh, absolutely. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I literally have never seen anything like it.
It was the most bizarre thing.
It really was. What did you think? Because it was in your vicinity.
Because you own
the ball.
You own it?
Yeah, that's exactly what she thought. She thought because it was by her and he came over, he was in the wrong. She just doesn't have. She doesn't have the baseball etiquette. She doesn't understand it. So that's what you found out there too. So, but there's something look like a Karen, and she probably is a Karen.
Oh,
right?
She's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, she absolutely is a Karen for even going over there, but that's what she thought, which shows how much of a moron she was.
Yeah.
Right? And I love that you have to wake up and you're
plastered everywhere.
Probably billboards. It's like billboards everywhere.
Yeah, it's the best. Like the internet is sucky for some things, and then it's amazing for others.
Isn't it?
It's so incredible. And there's another video where she's over berating a guy across the aisle in an Eagles jersey.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if he was just giving her a hard time about the ball or whatever, but there's video of her walking across the aisle, getting in some dude's face with an Eagles jersey, berating the shit out of him. Yeah, it was wild. It was absolutely wild. But all worked out.
Oh yeah, excuse my language, what a cunt.
Yes.
Let's just call it what it is.
And that's the exact perfect word for it, because she is.
I'm not gonna hold back.
See you next Tuesday, bitch.
Banner from all the parks.
Yeah,
not just that park.
Yeah.
Don't let her go anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't want to make her stay in her house. Like the only time you're allowed to watch us is at home. Take the games away from her. We're not even gonna let you do that. You're not even allowed to watch at home. You're right, KZ. Rules don't apply here. They don't apply here. But what does still apply here is the standard. And we're gonna go 2-0 next week.
2-0, baby.
Well, what a game this is, because
this is really turned in,
Yeah, Bill's got the ball back, obviously. He's got a first down too. So they're driving with a minute left. So what we'll do,
I threw it on Peacock.
Yeah, we'll hang on. We'll hang on for you here to the ending here
because
it's not going to be an O tear. Somebody's winning, somebody's losing in regulation here.
That sucks because I got Baltimore in a parlay.
Of course you do.
Close it out, 6-teamer.
Alan, is it all right? Got 4 on first down, 53 seconds. Probably 20 yards away. 25 yards away from a field goal attempt. Probably 30 from feeling really good if you're a Bills fan. But because Bass is hurt.
Bass is hurt.
Yeah, so I mean, you're probably
there is no Seabass.
Yeah, you're probably 40 yards away from feeling comfortable. You might just need a touchdown to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at their own 38 right now. So I don't got to go far. 2nd and 5. Oh my God, Dawson false start.
Yeah. Who brought up the Nolan Smith penalty? Yeah, it's SAM. I got it.
Oh, my bad. Go
no,
back.
You're good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be an interesting one all year because it's like when do you call it versus when do you don't call it.
Well,
even in that game, fine, you're gonna call that, but didn't you just see Diggs ride Jalen Hurts to the bench the whole way? Yeah. Like he ran right face mask to face mask. That's not taunting,
Yeah, and their boys all what a.
Oh my God! How do you leave them that open?
That's what I'm saying.
I get their boys, but
no, my point is you keep it 100.
You're right
across the board. Like I know they're boys, but like it doesn't matter. Like this is what a ball right there too. You want to talk about putting it in a bucket.
That was a great ball. Yep. Goodbye to my parlay. He was kicking at a local high school a week ago. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, they're at the 34 of Baltimore. So I mean, still not where you're going to feel comfortable with a new kicker. Well, now you will. Oh, Toddy! I tripped him up. Oh, yeah, it's one of the score if you're a Baltimore fan.
Yeah, you do. And see if Keon Coleman has the IQ to go down.
He broke. Oh, I wouldn't go down. I'll just go in. With a backup kicker,
No, I hear you.
I don't know if I'm a Buffalo fan. I'm leaving it up to that.
I can't believe they came back and won this game.
I will leave it up for them to go in 35 seconds to the house. They would need, you know what I mean? That's what I would leave it up to. You got to go. You got to take it all the way to the house.
I can't believe they're going to win this game.
Yeah, well, Baltimore's defense, people were crowning it when we started, and Buffalo, if they win it, we'll put up 40 on them. It's on Derrick Henry. He had a great game, but it's on Derrick Henry. He don't fumble there. They don't win this game. Change the whole game.
Wow.
Are they going to kneel it? Yeah, they are.
Force them to use their timeouts.
Yeah, force them to use their timeouts and kick the field goal. Which I don't.
That's a big game from Keon Coleman. That might be his coming out game. I don't know. I don't know that he went over 100 yards last year.
What was his number?
8 for 112 with the tutty.
Yeah, well, that's what you want out of a guy in year 2.
Sure.
That's what you expect out of your second year guy.
8 catches on 11 targets.
Yeah.
Let's see if he did go over 100 last year. I don't know that he did.
That's a shame they didn't win yet. Who is it? Matt Prater?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not some like young guy. Yeah, isn't it, Luke? It's insane that either Lamar or Allen has been to a Super Bowl. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Here's how good Mahomes is. Oh, guys, another kneel here. I'll make them use their last time out, and then they'll be able to run it down.
Uh-oh.
Man, we got a monitor. It's a monitor beep. Nothing to worry about. See that new Bill Stadium now? How you can't get any wind in there?
Yeah, I did see that. He did. He hit 125 last year against the Titans. That don't count. It's the Titans.
Yeah, it didn't count. Well, week 2. What was that?
Week 7. Week 7.
Still early enough to.
Still early. I mean, he had 550 yards on the year, 4 tutties. He had a good, decent rookie year.
How did they lose this game? If you're a Baltimore fan and you lose that, and he makes this kick, like, how did you lose the game if he makes this kick? Like, how? Oh, Buffalo's doing like this? Oh, I hate them like that. That's nerve-wracking.
Oh, they rushed him. They rushed him on, so they wouldn't give him any time. And
yeah,
well, I guess it is. It's over anyway.
I just don't like that. I just don't. I mean, there's enough time to feel confident, and it is. But
5 seconds.
He made it. Ball game.
I can't believe they won that game. Holy shit.
Oh, what a win.
Holy shit. And I'm back retired from gambling.
What a win.
It was fun 1 week.
Wow.
It was fun for 1 week.
Wow. Oh.
Yep, Derek, run to the locker room. Don't fumble the ball while you roll.
Oh, my God. You go from having a monster game.
Yeah.
Like a monster game, like MVP talk type game, right? Derek Henry, MVP of the league, right? Week 1 to a huge fumble.
Yeah.
Huge fumble that, man, I mean, I just had a night. You know, I had Bills plus 7.5 winner. I had Bills plus 1.5 winner. I had 2 big parlay Bills and over winner.
Yeah, so, I don't know if that one hit.
Yeah, so we're hit by one team almost.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, had myself a little.
Have a night there, bud. Have a night there.
Oh, I went live bet. That's where I got plus 7.5.
Okay.
I forgot I had $14 left in the account. I put all 14 on the live plus 7.5. And then I had $10 on plus 1.5 and a $12 parlay.
Nice. Like even Lamar, like sitting there going, like, what the fuck? Lamar 14 and 19 for 210 and 70 yards on the ground, right? Accounted for 3 tutties.
Yeah, you don't know how you lose that game.
How you lose that game? How do you lose that game?
Unbelievable. But we're out. We'll see you Wednesday night.
Good stuff.
Agree to disagree. HTD Radio. We love you all. Go Birds.